I'm not sure if I'll drop the recording yet, Sha, but let's just have the recording. Okay, so hi everyone. Before I start anything or say anything, it's a hangout for a reason. It's supposed to be very conversational and um yeah, I need like you guys feedback as well. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You can hear me clearly.
Ah, please, the volume is just low.
It's
Little,
low. What's
yes, a
happening?
little. So I couldn't hear very well.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me turn it up. Okay, is it better now?
Oh, very good, very good.
Okay, all right.
It's
Give me one
louder
minute.
now.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Okay. Eh,
Okay, so like I was saying, like before we start, um,
okay.
it's a hangout, so like it's supposed to be very conversational. It's not a webinar, and like we are here to like learn from ourselves. Do you get? So anybody can say anything, anybody can contribute. But obviously we have to be orderly. So if you want to say something, you can raise your hand or drop a message in the chat. So I'll do a brief introduction of myself because I'm seeing two new faces here. That's Tulu and Oluwafemi. My name is Eli Shiba. Um, Everybody calls me Shiba because like obviously that's easier. I'll drop my name in the chat. Yeah, and I'm founder of Serifix and Serifix Academy. Um, I'm quite young, actually. I'm just going to be turning 24 next year. So, um, but I've been running the agency for, I'll say officially 2020, but I started 2018. Right. So I've had like a fair share of experiences, though I'm still learning. I do have mentors. I learned from Victor Fatomi directly. Um, I also have contacts to other agency founders that we kind of like help ourselves. So Service Academy started mainly because a lot of people, not a lot actually, but people started to ask me for advice, ask me for help and stuff. I decided to kind of start up the training thing for like creatives. So these hangouts are supposed to kind of put us close together, kind of make us become more of a family as like over time, like being able to help ourselves. So um yeah, so that's me. My role at Serifix right now is creative director because most of the times I'm always leading projects. And I can't remember last time I did like hands-on brand design stuff. I started as a brand designer. Um, then I moved into brand strategy, and then now I've been doing more websites. I still strategize, but um, for clients projects, I've been doing websites, so I've been enjoying that. So that's why I've been doing that. But most of the time, I do my work as a creative director. Um, and aside from that, I don't want to call it serial entrepreneur because someone at a program that I'm attending right now, they said that serial entrepreneur is not good. I don't know why. Serial entrepreneurship. So I should have like other businesses, tech startups, stuff like that I could. So I've had my share of experiences like in my journey. So I'd like to like share some of that with you guys today. Focus today is on portfolio portfolios generally. And the reason why this is happening is because the last hangout that we had, I think I told people to drop their works in the group chat, and then some people sent like a bunch of images, and So I thought that it would be good for us to, you know, talk about portfolios. So I'm going to share my screen now. Oh no, before I share my screen, let Femi and Dr. Tolu introduce, so we know who you are, like what your creative skill is, and then your level right now, your creative journey, like where you're at, and also let us know how much you charge. Yes. You can go first.
Yeah. And then please let Oluwafemi go first, please. Thank you.
Are you shy? Okay.
At least I'm a little shy, but at least let him go first, please.
Okay. Let's see if you go first. Femi, can you hear us? Um, you can drop a message in the chat so if you can't speak where you are.
Okay. If he's still busy, then so as to short our time.
Yeah.
So thank you. At least I can still go for now. And
Yeah.
your journey is quite inspiring, and then it's nice meeting you. It's nice meeting you actually. And it's nice meeting everybody also in the group today. So let me introduce myself shortly. And firstly, my name is Alola Tolulope Pelumi. So I'm a native of Osun State, but presently live in Ibadan. So can you hear me very well now?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. So I'm a creative from the initial actually, because my creative journey started from 2010 when I started this computer training stuff like that. So starting from Adobe to CorelDRAW to what's it called? But later I was opportune to work in a large format firm. So large format firm is where I started my career as a normal graphic designer. Although I work in the printing unit. So uh, on the way to my graphic designing, I know about what is called flyer, all those banners and all sort of that. So my journey now continues. But one thing is that I did not put it in mind actually that okay, I want to make it like a profession. So it really, and that's why I could know the skill aspect of it, but I could not know the business aspect of design. So and immediately I relieved myself in that large format, what's it called, firm. So I became a self-taught designer, and then I started working for myself, like okay, looking for clients, looking for projects. So, but on along the way, I I divert into teaching people how to use CorelDRAW, how to design, how to use Photoshop, how to use Illustrator, design tools in generally, Adobe design tools, Microsoft CorelDRAW, and Adobe Suite packages. So because I know how to use them very well. So along the line, I became freelancer. I became a graphic freelancer, and I was like, "Ah, I love this." So in 2020, okay, 2019, I worked in a firm whereby they want to the firm is all about the business center, but at least they are doing Fiverr stuff like that. So the man just told me that okay, he can help me out with establishing my Fiverr stuff, doing this, working as a freelancer, doing that. So I worked with him for like 4 to 5 months, but I'm not satisfied. I realized that I'm not satisfied working under people. Like it's hard for me to always work under people. I don't usually use my time like that. So unfortunately, I left the place and I told myself that I want to start my own freelancing firm and a graphic tutorial academy, whereby I'll be able to train people. Since I know how to train and I know how to design, so let me put up my effort to have my studio, to have my lights, and I've been on that journey since what's it called? Since 2019 that I've left the place. So
Yeah.
full-time full-time freelancer has been my journey.
Yeah.
So
How much do you charge right now
it
for
depends
like?
on the project actually.
And just give us an idea.
And
The
for me,
previous one.
I'm so bad in charging. I will not lie, because that's why I've not have a portfolio till now. And then I need some what is it called, some exposure or something, because when it comes to a business aspect, and later, I later got into what is it called, website designing too, because I love designing websites. I love, especially when it comes to websites, and then using WordPress to develop my website, and that is what I've been doing till now. So especially if for WordPress now, sometimes depending on the page, sometimes 350, sometimes 400 for my website. But for the flyer design, I'm just starting with at least a flyer of 20,000 naira,
Okay.
25,000 naira for my
That's
flyer
actually not bad.
design. So,
That's not
and
bad. That's
the
not
most thing is
bad.
that some
You're doing
clients
okay.
still
Also, I like.
bill, but but they will still bill you down. They'll still be like, is it not too much for them to pay? Is it not this? Is it not that? So we start now negotiating and be like, we want to pay maybe 10,000 or 8,000 stuff. Like, I'll be like, no, now you don't know the stress of designing. So, but my rate starting from 20,000 naira
Yeah.
upward.
Yeah.
So I just want to actually, when I now saw that the portfolio aspect, I was like, I will need to join this class. I'll need to join this Hangout so that I can know more about building my portfolio, and then the
Mhm.
business aspect of graphic design. Also, I can just be firm as a freelance designer. Thank you very much. So this is the short thing I need to share.
Yeah. Nice. That's nice. I want to say that you're like me. I find it difficult to work under people as well, and it's actually
Mm.
not because of maybe time or anything. It's just because the way I think. I
Mm-hmm.
I'm a visionary. So the last firm, because I studied architecture, so the last firm I worked under was doing my NYC, and the way they operate as a company was just very annoying because
Ah,
like it was just organized, and I'm very good at operations. That's also why I'm able to run an agency of 14 staffs. Like we're 14 in the
wow.
team. So when I'm inside spaces where like things are not organized, I just find it so difficult to stay there. So I've just always been um on my own as well. So
Wow.
I relate. By the way, I
Thank
have
you.
something that you might be interested in that I'm going to talk about at the end of this session. So, but let
Okay.
me, yeah, it's regarding business of creativity, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Let
Okay.
me share my screen for now. Let's look at portfolios.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go through Serifix, that's
One.
Serifix own first, and I'll use that to explain things. So our own portfolio, obviously we have a website. So as an agency, agencies always have to have website. Like if you call yourself an agency and you don't have a website, like, that's a problem. So our portfolio is on the website. So I'm just going to talk about alternatives basically on how you can put up a portfolio. But your portfolio basically essentially is a collection of projects. And the reason why I say collection of projects and not just collection of your works is because it is easier to communicate your ability when you categorize them by projects. Do you get?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I get
So
it.
so this is Serifix on projects page, and then we have all projects, and then if someone wants to view by branding projects or marketing projects, they can do that. So but
Okay. That's good.
essentially these are different projects. So for example now Tribe Lagos can patronize us for two different projects, right?
Okay.
So, but because the most of our projects are branding projects, that's why they come in the name of the company that we branded and their tagline. Because we also do strategy, so we also coin out taglines for brands and stuff. Now, if it is not a
Okay.
branding project, you most likely have, say maybe you did a campaign, for example, so it will be the name of the campaign, marketing campaign, it will be the name of that campaign. Or if it's a maybe you guys did research or creative writing or something like that, it will be the name
Okay.
of the project, right? From when you actually onboarded the clients and like when they reached out to you and all. So this is Tribe Lagos case study, and I'm going to go from beginning to end to break down the key elements. So if you guys have pen and paper, you can write down.
All
So
right.
first things first, you have like the intro part of the case study. Yeah, this is called a case study, by the way. So a case study is a documentation that communicates the problem that the client had, what you did to solve that problem, and the transformation of your, like how your solution transformed their business in this case, right? So that's like the structure of a case study. So, and the reason why it should be in that structure is because businesses that are coming to patronize you, they are essentially making an investment. So whatever they are going to do must give them a certain result. It has nothing to do whether the design is fine or not. Even if they feel like, oh, there are some clients that will say they like color green, they don't want this color, they want this element, they don't want that. Obviously, we have clients like that, but deep down, the reason why they are saying those things is because they feel like, oh, green will make their customers to patronize them more, or those specific elements or things that they want will make them to have more revenue or help them to solve a particular problem. So there are even some companies that have wrong brand perception. Maybe something happened sometime in the past and people are thinking of their business the wrong way. They feel like, oh, they need to change their logo because that would help them to solve that problem of their bad impression, right? So, but at the end of the day, us as experts, our goal with our portfolios is to actually help the clients that are seeing and know that, okay, this is the problem that this client had, this is what we did to solve their problem, and this is the results that they got, right? Because essentially those are the metrics that they're looking at to decide whether they're going to work with you or not. So for Serifix, we always have this part that just kind of gives an overview of the services that we rendered to the clients and the team, the experts that worked on that project. And the reason why we do this as an agency is because it helps us to boost the mental value of our service. Because if they see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people working on one project, they are not going to pay you 20K. So anybody that's coming to our website now that sees this is not expecting to pay 20,000 naira. Like, they would know and they will leave. And that's actually a good thing, because you also don't want to waste your time having conversations with people that cannot afford your service or the current
Mm,
amount that you charge. This
mm,
particular project that you're seeing here was a project of, I think it was a little over 10M, this particular project, and it lasted for 7 months. So if somebody is
wow.
going through all of this now, they should be able to know that it is a lengthy project that would cost them money. So I am not attracting cheap clients because I don't
Thank
charge
you.
cheap,
Thank
right?
you.
So when they've seen all that, we now start going over the project itself. So okay, so on this left side, right, we have challenges that they faced. For them, it wasn't really a bad challenge, but it was a challenge that they had to like solve or go over. So the idea that the founder had was to sell amala in an open space. That was his first idea, and he got a manager, and the idea started to evolve, and then it became let's have a resto lounge where people can come have fun while they eat. So like, they're not just coming to buy food and eat. It's a restaurant, by the way. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's the challenge that they had, and they realized that if they are going to be able to give off that impression, the interior of the space has to make sense, and the interior designer will need some sort of guidance on how to portray this brand that they're trying to build in this space. So that's actually the first thing that the client said on the call when he reached out to work with us, that he's about to hire an interior designer, and they realized that for them to be able to pick colors of chairs, how the space should be, the vibe of the space, they have to have a brand strategy, right? So the solution was obviously to fine tune the idea that they had, and then craft a brand strategy based off of that. Then we also worked on the visual identity and some other brand touch points. Then that's what we have other designs here. Then here we have the results. So it says the founder of Tribegos expressed that our brand strategy surpasses expectation. So he actually he gave a testimonial. Oh, that's also another thing. Always get testimonials. Not necessarily say, oh, give me a review, but it's more like maybe your last presentation. Just say, how do you guys feel about the work so far? Like everything that we've done, how do you feel? And like they'll just give like their honest review. For Serafix, we always record all our calls and presentations. So all of those things are documented. So in the future, when we want to write our case studies, we just go back to those videos and then get the client's feedback. Sometimes the client's feedback can come in the first presentation, can come in the third one, depending on how your workflow is with your client's project. So the launch for the restaurant was 3 days, and these are pictures from the launch of the restaurant. So when I added them there, it's not even Service that took these pictures. So they gave us pictures to use to update some things on the website. So I added it here, just so that our new clients can see that, okay, these people did work for them and this is the result of it. So instead of just telling, I was able to show. So it's not all the time that it will be like this, but it's just because this project was a bit large, right? So I'll still show you guys a simpler one. So this is visual representation of the designs that we did. The packaging. We also printed. So we also produced. Then there's a 3D mock-up here. We also designed staff uniform, though we didn't produce staff uniform. We did websites. We also did the pylon and signage production, photo shoots for the space, and video shoots as well. So everything that we did is on this one page. So if anybody says, I want to brand my restaurants, what do I send them?
The portfolio.
/project Tribegos. That's the only link I'll send them. So if my client is my potential client in this code now is going through this, they are not clicking many links trying to, or like, when sometimes people will send a Google Drive folder, and then as the client, I now have to start searching each folder to find one after the other to find what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe I want to patronize for flyer design. I'm not trying to find something similar to what I want to know whether I want to work with the person or not. That's a lot of stress you are giving someone that has not even trusted you enough to pay you. You are chasing the person away. You get
that's true. That's true.
So let's go by a simpler one, and that's this Gemini.
That's a good presentation, actually.
Thank you. So for Gemini, we only did strategy and visual identity. We were not responsible for her launch. She handled everything else after that by herself. So her major challenge was actually because this is an interior design company, and she was going to start going for exhibitions, and she needed to have, she only had a logo, and she felt like her logo was not strong enough. She wanted to, when you rent a stand in all these events and you display your designs and all that, she needs to be of a certain level. She also wants to be able to give out catalogs to people that come to her stand, and then give out her business card. So those were her challenges. And then the recommendation was for her to have a strategy, obviously, and then visual identity. And then we also designed the stationery branding. So the catalog, business card, letterheads, all this type of stuff. So obviously everything that we did was, it was thought out. It was not just everything we recommended for her to, design was thought out based off of the challenge that she had. Now, her feedback was that she had more clarity, actually because of the strategy, because that one I had to even convince her. She didn't want to do strategy before. So I had to convince her that because she's a solopreneur, she does her content by herself, she does her marketing by herself. So there's a lot, because she doesn't have experts working with her, she actually does need that clarity on, what to post, how to expand her business, who she needs to hire, all of those things. So it gave her clarity on next steps for her brand. So that was her feedback, right? So this is very simple, and obviously it's not as expensive as Tribegos. So if there's somebody that has 1 million naira now or 2 million, they can come. This would probably not chase them away because okay, this is simple enough. You get. So I would encourage you guys to go through Serafix project page to just go through all the case studies we have and just reiterate. But essentially, this is a structure, basic structure of a case study. So because we now understand this structure, right? What we need to do is find a house that can contain each of these project case studies in a listed format, which is what we have here on the main project page, right? So you have each project, each project case study arranged in a straightforward format, right? And then obviously a call to action for people to work with us. So if someone clicks this, it actually takes them to fill a form, and then they can, work with us, right? So that's what we want to achieve. Yeah. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Well, you're still with me.
Yes, yes. I at least I follow you very well. I just wanted to learn before I make some things.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the first option, that's because well, I'll still go over how we built our own chart. So that'll probably be the last thing I'll touch on. But the first one is Canva. And I'm touching on portfolios that you have control over. So obviously you have options like Behance, for example, Behance, Dribble, Pinterest. And the problem with those ones is that your potential customer has, like, you're already giving them options. Because when someone goes on Behance and they leave your own portfolio, they can actually go and search on Behance for other designers to patronize if they're not satisfied with your work. But if you give a portfolio that is
That's
your
true.
own
That's
link,
true.
yeah, if you
You're
give a portfolio that is
correct.
your own
You're
link,
correct.
the
That's a
chances
good
that
point.
they would reach back to you instead of just going to Behance, go and search for other people. They reach back to you if they have any issues. That's like, there's a high chance that happens if you send your own individual link. So that's why I would recommend to use Canva over Behance, but not that you shouldn't use Behance. You can use Behance because Behance gives you that traction, right? Again, if someone searches and your own portfolio comes up, you get a potential client that way. So it's not as if it's entirely bad, but it's good to always have yours. So if someone requests a service from you, you would send your personal portfolio. But if someone searches on Behance, they find your portfolio there. So for service now, we don't send our Behance link. We send our own website case study pages to clients. Get. So on Canva, right, you can actually build a website on Canva or a web page. That's it right there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's right here, in this part
Yes,
website.
I can see
And
it here.
yeah, and what we want to do is say, you can see welcome to my design portfolio. There's even one here already. I just pick a random template. Right. So this will be our hero section. Let's go back to the template. Let's see more of my work. Right. So I'm just going to do this too. And what we want to do is, if you remember how our own was on the website, we have an image and a button that you click that takes you to a page for that case study. So essentially that's what we want to do. So we're building the first page, and we'll probably name this, okay, let's say this one is my personal artwork. Let's say that's the name of the case study. And then we have neon signs, blah blah. Now each of these texts, you can add links to it. See this, there's a link, Control K, and then you drop a URL. Now, if you're a graphic designer that has, maybe you designed social media posts for a particular company, and let's say the company's name is Fatty's Bar. I can decide to now upload the pictures, that's the image files of those social media designs, into a drive folder, and then link the drive folder here. Now, if I'm a client and then I see social media designs for Fatty's Bar, and I click it and it takes me into a folder where I can see the designs, it's a lot better than sending just a drive folder that has many folders inside with a bunch of different designs. Because now you have basically directed my focus to social media designs for Fatty's Bar. And that's like the
But
simplest.
please, I'm so sorry to cut in. where will you
Yeah.
save the drive folder into? If
Yeah.
you
So
if
okay.
you after you have gathered the images into the folder, where will you save it? You know it must be linked to the Canva, and then it must help the client to see it. So where will be the source for the folder, sir? No, for the folder map.
Okay. So I'm doing a sample for you now. Right. So I'm creating a folder called My Works on my Google
Okay.
Drive. This is
Okay. So
Google
the
Drive.
source will be inside the Google Drive.
Yes. So this is My Works. Inside My Works, I'm gonna put Fatty's bar. Yeah. Now inside Fatty's bar, I would upload those pictures. So let's imagine that there are like 10 pictures here, different flyers, different social media posts, like that.
Good.
If
Good.
it's a carousel post, you will create a folder for the carousel post. You don't just
Good.
put the carousel post like that. So maybe can just call it, maybe it was an educational piece of content, right? And it was 10
Yes.
slides. You title it what that piece of content was titled, and then put the 10 images in that folder. So it's organized. Now, this Fatty's bar link, right? You're gonna first of all make it public to anybody. That's also one thing that I used to notice. Someone has sent applied to work at Serifix and did not change this thing to anyone with the link can view. And I requested access, and the person never granted it today. That's how that
Hey,
person has lost opportunity of a job. I'm serious. Because I think about almost 100 people now have applied to work at Serifix in the past 2 years. I've gone through a lot of a lot of portfolios and in quotes
my God.
project folders. So this is like very important. Never forget to do this. You're going to use Google Drive so that whoever is seeing it can just view it without having to request anything, right? So
Please,
when you
where
have
do you
changed
go
it,
to get that access link? I mean, please.
so when you click on the three dots, right, you go to
Okay.
manage access.
Manager says, okay.
Then
Do you know
you now
that
toggle it.
sometimes it affects me too? That's true.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So you now go to general access. Anyone with the link, just change it to viewer. That's all. You don't need to change to commenter or editor. You don't need that. It's just viewer. Then you now copy the link with this button at the top right, or you can still copy it from here actually. You just click copy link. So when you have copied it, you now go to Canva. See this text that is here. You can even do buttons. So I'll show you guys how to do button. So you now come here, add the link, and then paste it in there, right? And it's already linked. Click done. So even if I download this as a PDF, and someone
Yes,
clicks
yes.
it will take them to that place. But this is a button here to publish the website,
Very good.
and you would have a um to tell you. So let me just put Serifix here.
Okay.
So this is what your link would be. Now you're using it as a free version, so that's why your link would be. Sorry, I clicked something else. It would be Serifix Canva site, I think. If you want to add a custom domain, you have to now pay for Canva, which Canva's fee is actually not bad. So yeah, that's it. So let's view the website. There we go.
Wow. So
And
easy.
then if I click on that, let me open it with another email. It takes me to Fatty's bar drive folder, and I'll see all the images inside. So that's like one way to go about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this
Yeah, that's
enlightenment.
one way to
Wow.
go about. And then you can add many things actually. So let me show you guys how to do a button. So let's add on that page. If I want to do a button, what I'm adding is a rectangle shape. And inside this my rectangle, I can type. So if I click the rectangle, I can actually type. So if I put I can type view full case study. Now, one thing I can actually now do to take this further is create another website page, because this is just one page. This is just one web page. So I can create another one that I will use for, let's do that. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if we can even connect like pages. I don't think it's possible yet. So yeah, you can create another Canva page. It's even telling you home. So if we create, can I access website from here? No. So I can decide to create this one for case study. So like how Tribe Lagos case study is, right? Where you talk about challenges. That's a proper case study. I can decide to create that here, but just for the sake of this call, I'll just drop this image here. So and then if I publish this one, so yeah, I can edit the backlink. I change it to, let's say, test case study. No, let's just say test mode. And then I publish it. So it's going to be, sorry, okay. So I'm going to copy that. I even used the wrong, I put 2S. Anyway, so let's go back to our home page. And then that's the link I'll now put in this button. So this rectangle here, I'm going to click the three dots and put the link here and hit enter. Right. So if I publish, so basically I can now have case study pages. So this one I'm not linking to Google Drive now. So if I come back to, sorry, I think, okay, let me just, so this is the home page.
Okay.
And then I now click this button. It will take me to that case study page.
Did you link the linking part of it from the button to the second page to this page like that? Is it generated by Canva or it is manual?
Yeah. No, I'm the one that linked it on Canva now. Let me do it again. So this is the home page, right?
Okay.
I added this button. Why is it? Sorry. I added this rectangle and then I type my text in it, view full case study. Then you click on the three dots. You see the link is also Control K. So when you click it, this is where you now paste. So what I did was the case study page itself that I want to link here, I created another Canva web page for it.
Yes.
And I added the backlink test mode. So that's the link I put here. And then I click done. And that's all. So if someone is viewing it and they click it to open that one for them, because that's the link there. Exactly. So you would have this under there's a layers panel somewhere. Okay, it's on top now. So you would have it under the image if you want to link to another case study. Do you get? So you can also add other things. You can add links to your contact information. You can add links to your WhatsApp. You can add links. Basically, the idea is that people are connecting to your work from this one page and it's organized. If you want to put an about section, you can do that on this Canva. So that's for Canva.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if I should go over Behance. I feel like everybody knows Behance, but it's pretty similar. Oh, I even have the app safe.
I have the app, but I don't use it. I only use it for inspirations. I don't use it to upload. I only use it for inspirations.
That's what most people do. But I actually have a friend that's gotten no, he's not really a close friend, Sha. I just have his number. I've spoken to him like a few times. I don't know if you guys know Chisa. He's very popular on Twitter. He's a brand designer. Well, now he's a typography designer. He does type now. So, but he has
Chisa.
actually gotten Chisa. Yeah, Chisa. That's his Twitter name, Sha. I remember his surname now.
Something like
I think it's
Jobuson
Jobos.
Chisa.
Yeah, yeah. That's him. I've only spoken to him a few times on WhatsApp. We're not close, Sha, but I know that he has gotten 1 or 2 gigs from Behance. So
Hey. Wow,
yeah,
that's nice.
so it's not entirely like it's good to just have it at least by chance because Behance algorithm is another. It's like you are doing Instagram times two. So me, I just have the Behance, though I know that that's not my main focus of clients acquisition. So I just have it in case I get a client to get. So this is Gemini on Behance and it's essentially the same. So you just create an account and then you click to add your works. There's this plus button. I'll see if I can open it on the web. Um, you can even add. Oh, I think it's because I'm using my tab. Oh, that's why it's possible for me to do this. I don't think it's possible on phone, but I'll show on the web. But essentially, you have again projects. A project, when you click on it, it opens a case study. I see the same concept for like all of them. So you have the things they had, what we did. Um, so this is also what we did, and then team is under. Right. So let me see if I can open it on the web because it's most useful. Um, you have to log in.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. I hope it will allow me.
But the question is, please, when that one is still loading, this Behance does clients really value going to Behance to get some, like, is it easy for us to get
Yeah,
clients with Behance? Like, is it easy? Maybe it's because I have difficulty getting clients actually as myself. So I,
yeah.
I couldn't know the
So
value of okay, continue.
mhm, I understand what you're saying. So it's kind of how it is if you're on Fiverr or any of those like. And truth be told, most Nigerian clients don't go to Behance to find designers, and the reason is because again, you know, what we are doing is actually business. Now, in
Mhm.
business, normal business, like if you want to start a business, the most important thing is your customers, understanding
Exactly,
your customer. If
exactly.
you are going to patronizing, if you're going to be serving the Nigerian markets, you know that you cannot charge 100 million, except
That's true.
if GT Bank is your customer or uh, all those big companies out there.
Sheraton Hotel.
You know that okay, that can pay you 100 million. Exactly. If you are going to be serving SMEs in Nigeria, you can't charge that high, right? So you have to understand your customers. Now, if you're serving Nigerians generally have a very, we don't in Nigeria. Like, if you are going to,
We
if
don't do
as a
what?
lady, now, if you want to buy the trust is very difficult to attain in Nigeria, like Nigeria markets generally. As a female now, if I want to buy a wig, I will not just go to Instagram and search for wig vendors. I would search for wig vendors that my friends have used or have recommended. That's the way Nigerians buy. So because of that, Nigerians don't go to Behance to find people that they work with. That's why in Nigeria is if you're going to Behance, you're going for inspiration. You're not going to patronize anybody on Behance because one, you don't know them, you don't know anybody that has used them. We are very, very tight with our money because of the way the economy is, the way the government is. Like it's a normal thing and it's not
Mm-hmm.
it's bad. but your understanding of it is what is important. So
Exactly.
if you know that your clients are not on Behance, then focusing on that as your main customer acquisition platform will now be a wrong thing, because you're not going to get clients. But it's not bad to have it. That's why I said that if anybody from the US sees our work now and they like it, in fact, that's even good money for me, because I'll charge in dollars and they'll
Exactly.
really pay me $7,000 for a branding project without blinking an eye, because that's what they spend normally
Wow.
there. So it's good to have it, but it shouldn't be your major client acquisition tool, because most of your Nigerian clients are not there, except if you are someone that's actually targeting people in the US, and like that's a different ballgame entirely, right?
Exactly.
That's also something that I'm trying to learn. I do have international clients, but they are still Nigerians or Africans that are in diaspora. So what I want now is the white man. That I want them to come and give me money. So because
I've
the
not
white,
gotten
even
foreign client before, Sha. My
yeah,
only
it's
client, my last client is in South Africa.
that's a good start now. That's international now.
My
That's
last client
international.
is South
It's still
Africa.
Africa, but like it's international.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's still international. So yeah, you're actually doing okay. But getting international clients there's a different. It's easier to get international clients if you're an agency
Okay.
than a freelancer. But then there are also
Hmm.
freelancers that's why I like Victor Fatomi, because he always really preaches for having a freelance career that operates like an agency. If you have
Hmm.
that system in place, you will be able to attract international clients. Um, we actually have a training on business of creativity, but I'll still talk about that later. Let me not take some more time. Yeah, so this is Behance Sha. Let's see if we can edit on my tab. I don't think I can. I'm looking for add projects. It's
What
been a
about
while.
share your work? What about share your work? Go to share your work. Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay,
to
okay,
be
okay.
honest,
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for that. Aha. So it's pretty much drag and drop, right? Image, text, photo, grid, video. You can also embed links. So if you build a website now, WordPress, you can embed the entire website inside here. So people don't even have to click out to go and view the website. That's possible. And then you can also embed 3D elements as well. So you just pretty much do all of this, and then there is a setting that you do for visibility. I think it's here. Yes. So your project title, project tags. It's kind of like how you post when you want to upload a video on YouTube. I don't know if anybody is on YouTube here, but you also mentioned the tools you use. So this is what helps you with your ranking and the algorithm and all of that. Yeah. And then you publish. You publish to Behance, and that's it. So if someone asks you for like your portfolio, you send them behance.net/serifix. That's your link, and you share to people.
Very
Um,
good. Very good.
yeah. So another one that I would like to talk about is Hop2. So I'm getting into Wix Studio now, and I feel like talk with me and you will probably fight too. I hate WordPress.
And I like WordPress. Like seriously,
Don't
that's my
worry.
best.
By the time I
That's my
introduce you
best
to
thing.
when I introduce you to Wix Studio, you convert. I think I've converted like 4 people now. There's even one of my
The
friend that
lie.
was
I
vetting for
will
me.
not come.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Let me just see, guys. So there's a friend of mine. He has an agency, Pixies,
Okay.
Pixies, Pixies agency. That's his agency. Now last year, that's it right there. Last year, I told him about Wix Studio. Now I'm saying Wix Studio, not Wix. I told him about Wix
Okay.
Studio
Okay.
because Wix Studio and Wix is the same company that owns both, but the builders are different. So
Are
Wix Studio is
different.
actually created for agencies. That's what it's created for. So you can code from scratch on Wix Studio if that's what you want to do. You can even build an app, a mobile app on Wix Studio if that's what you want to do. That's how deep it goes. So I told him about it last year, and he was giving me shoulder that he said his web developer is using WordPress to do website for me. I left him alone. Now, this last week he had a TED talk, he paid his web developer to build on WordPress and he wasn't liking it. I think he has spent like almost 400K now on like 3 different developers or more than stuff. And he was like, let him just check the Wix Studio. So we had a call, I put him through again, and then he started doing it by himself. And he was able to finish at least the pages that he needed for the tech talk when he was doing like networking and stuff. And it was vexing for me. It was like, Shiba, why did I tell him since? Because the subscription is in dollar. And last year, dollar was, the time I told him, dollar was like 1,000 naira then. Now dollar is 1.7. So he was vexed for me that why did I convince him that when I make him pay for it then, that he would have had a good website. So all the money that he had paid those web developers, he would have just paid for the subscription of Wix Studio and then like used it. Now still going into like the other benefits of Wix Studio and why Serifix uses it, because that's literally the only tool that I pay for right now. I don't pay for any other tools to operate the entire agency.
Okay.
So there are other benefits, but let's look at Hop2 first. So Hop is a product of Wix and it's kind of like Linktree, but it's more advanced basically. And it's connected to your website. So a lot of the things that are on the website, I can easily just link and connect without having to do it manually all over again. So this is the link that you find in Serifix Instagram bio and Serifix Academy's Instagram bio. And what this one does is you can also have a bunch of links, right? So you have the link in bio feature, but there's something called instant pages, which actually operates like a web page. Like you can actually find it. It has SEO abilities, meaning that if someone searches on Google, like it can actually come up. You can set up the SEO, you can add alt text, can add tags, stuff like that. So this is Serifix here and Serifix Academy right there. And then you can also track conversions and views. So I'm going to use this one as example for you guys. So some of the Serifix was one of the early people that jumped on Hop2, so we have access to some of the pro features without paying. But nonetheless, you will still enjoy it like as of now. So you have the first part, that's when you go to settings, you can add so this social share preview. So when you share the link to somebody on social, you actually have a title, like when you share a normal website link, you have a title and image preview. This is what to look like. You can also toggle for Twitter, like a normal web page. Then you have the SEO, the title tag and meta description, your SEO preview. So you can actually use this to at least to an extent, and then you can also turn on indexing. So Google can actually, index your site and like it comes up. You also have a favicon, like a normal website. And then you can also connect to Google Analytics. So this landing page actually works like a website. That's the whole idea, but it's just one page. Then you can also have cookies if you want to have cookies to track, and then you have your privacy in terms of
Please, how much is the subscription?
Let me see. Let me see if I can get that. I don't even think I'm even seeing it at all, because I know that when they launched it, they sent it to all people who were agencies, and then suddenly I saw that they started charging.
Wow! And they start for free first.
Yeah, no, it's a new product.
Wow!
I think this should lead us to it. It will unlock. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing on my own because that's cute. I didn't even know. I think I'll have to go over the link in bio option because it says that the instant page is on pro. But let's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll go over the link in bio option.
No problem.
Yeah.
Anytime. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. All right. So here we have so I've gone over settings, yes. Then we now have design. So here you can set your layout. So there are different templates actually, different layouts. that you can use. So you have this where the image is very big on top. Yeah, there are different design layouts. So you can just pick the layout you want, you know. Then you edit the background, your hero image, colors, your font, and your button style. So it's the settings, the design settings are very minimal. Like it's not complex at all. It's just this that you have. Then the content is now where you can now edit your bio. So you do a bit of introduction about yourself. You can add a title if you want to add a title for your quick links, and a subtitle if you want to do that. For me, I don't. I don't know. I
Okay.
preferred so that people are not reading too much before they start seeing what I have to share. So I turned those ones off. There's also verified badge if you want to have that, and there's no extra money for that. Unlike our beautiful Elon Musk X that is charging people for Twitter Blue.
I'm Meta too.
You have verification.
I said I'm Meta.
Now, yeah. So I think even on LinkedIn itself, you can even get it for free. You just have to apply. But yeah, so yeah, this is where you now update your social links. So your Instagram, your Twitter, your email, phone number, whatever you want to add. There are many. You can add a lot of stuff. There are lots. You can even add. I think I add Behance. Safe. Is it Behance? Is it Behance? No, there's Pinterest. There's no Behance, but there's Pinterest. There's even Discord. Safe. Now wow, I've not seen that one before. Because I have Discord. Anyway, then actions is now where you start adding the stuff you want to add. So let's look at all the actions that are available. So you have links, you have list. Now for list, they actually look like how all the ones we have been saying now, image and the title of the project. You can see that. So you can actually utilize the list, this list feature or the services feature. You can also put up your services you want to charge. You can also, if maybe you host like Tolu that does trainings now, you can decide to advertise trainings via events.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Basically have all of that. Now, if you are using the free version of Wix Studio, you can
Okay.
actually have that, set it up, and then come and link it here. Because if you have the free version of Wix Studio, you're not going to be able to connect your domain and you'll be able to receive payments. But you can actually use the Wix Studio without paying for the subscription. That's how Serifix started, and that's how we got Tribe Lagos. Actually, he found us on Google, and he messaged in that chat bot that used to come up on our website, and that's how we started converting. I had not started paying the dollars for Wix Studio then. It's literally just the normal Wix link, and it actually came up on Google. So you don't have to subscribe to Wix Studio to use it. To build your website, right? So you have that feature, then you have video, you can do banners, there's custom content. So you just want title, image, description. You can do that. So if you want to have like a hero section in quotes, you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you can also add your blogs. So this thing says connect to Wix. So if you have a Wix website, your Wix consultation bookings or your events, your store products, you can just connect it here without having to do it all over again. Then you can also collect leads. So you can have a contact form and actually collect leads. So people that want to just drop their emails to reach out to you, you can do that. Then you can also, if you're using the paid version of Wix Studio and Wix, you can collect payments, just like people can just drop money for you, that kind of thing. And you can integrate with other tools as well. So there's Calendly, there's YouTube. So this one is quite extensive. And there's also Instagram here. So you want to
That's
display your
true.
Instagram profile, you can do that. If you have a Patreon, you can add that here as well. So when you're done with adding everything you want to add, you just hit publish. But let me give you guys an example of what. So this is our work. So this is what I use for Serifix Works. I used the links that had a bunch. That's the first one I said. And then if you want to add new, you drop the link here. So if it's a drive folder you're dropping, drop it here. If it's a Canva link, drop here. If it's an Instagram account, maybe you are doing social media management and you're managing a client business, you can drop their Instagram URL here. And then you add the image that you want to add. So you add image here. You add a title, add a description, and then that's all. Pretty much all you need.
Opa is good.
So yeah, so that's how this works. It also works great as a very organized portfolio. So let me look at link in bio. I think link in bio is very similar in terms of the adding of actions. But I think it's the SEO part now that I want to confirm if you have that feature. But for link in bio, you only be able to have one link in bio. For instant pages, you can have multiple pages.
Okay.
So I can create multiple pages there. So like for me that has more than one business now, I can create for my different businesses you get. So it's very similar actually. As you can see, the ad action is the same. Your social links is the same. Then you have your content is the same. The design is also the same. Let's see what it has for search. Add search. Okay, no, this is a search feature for maybe you want people to be able to find stuff without having to scroll. Let me just hide that. So I don't want it. So setting, it has it. Yay, it has SEO. So yeah, this can work. So you can try creating a free account, see what features are cool with you. You can use them, come up with yours. So that's an option. Then you can put this in your link in bio on Instagram or any social media platform that you use. So that's for Wix Studio. The last one I have here.
Thank you.
You're
Well
welcome.
done.
Thanks. Last one I have here is Wix Studio. Now this is the dashboard of Wix Studio. And this is actually what I'm going to go through first before we even look at the builder. Will I be able to open the builder on my tab like this? But yeah, I'll drop a link to their academy, Wix Studio Academy, so you guys can actually use that to learn. It's actually not difficult because we're creatives, especially to learn at those websites. We're creatives. I feel like it's not difficult for us to master the builder. Also coupled with the fact that they actually have templates. So even if you're not a web designer, if you are a copywriter, and there are templates that you can use, just change text and change links, change images, all of those things. You don't even need to worry about building the website per se. Do you get?
Okay.
Though there are also other technical stuff, like I said again, it's an advanced builder. So you have things like CMS. So that's actually what controls our own case study. So for me now, if I want to update my own project, I don't have to go to the builder. I have a content management system that's
my content management system, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's a bit more complex, but you can actually get something done. You can actually build a one-pager that is yours. So the reason why I use Wix Studio is because of all the other features that it has. So Wix Studio in itself, they actually built their entire system to work best for people in business. So they actually have a lot of business functionality. So because of that, I don't have to pay for external platforms. So I use Wix Studio for my invoices. You can see invoice here, my price codes, and my proposals. Let me show you guys. So if a client asks for proposal, I send them proposals here. These are proposals that I have. Which one can I show you guys? Let me use this one. This is a template that I created.
Wow, thank you.
The entire proposal is, but for you to be able to use proposal, you have to subscribe, Sha. Let me just mention that. So,
all right.
But for invoice, but for invoice and quotes, without paying, you can use them. So that's how Seraphic started. We're using so if someone requests for a service, I would do a proposal on Canva, and then come and do the quotes here and send both links in an email. So they were able to see the price and then the proposal. That was what I was doing before they launched this proposal feature, and I was able to pay for it. So the entire proposal is connected to the invoicing, so you can also see the price, in the sense that if someone signs this proposal, it automatically generates an invoice for them. I don't have to do it, and then they can make payment. So because I'm on the paid version, my clients can click the pay button and then actually use Paystack to pay. I don't need to send them bank details and all of that. So it's like very automated. If anyone is familiar with Full Gap, I'm sure it will make sense. Full Gap is getting to this point. They're coming up soon. Full Gap, yes, by Victor Fatomite. Is a freelance management. Check it. Fullgap.co. Check it.
Fullgap.co. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You can check that. You can actually use that. That's like a simplified version, though you won't have access to your website and some other features that are here. But at least you can do proposals, you can do contracts, you can also plan out your projects. A little bit of project management on that one. I think it's 6K per month. Yeah.
Wow.
So So yeah, this is the major reason why I use Wix Studio, because of invoice and price quote is free. I don't have to pay for that. So, but if you're paying, you have access to pay links. So if I just want to send the link to my client to make payments, I can do that, and then proposals. Then if I want to do consultations, I also don't have to pay for that because it's free. It's literally Calendly inside this dashboard. So I have the booking on my website. If it's a free consultation that I'm doing before I end up agreeing to work with the client, I can do that on here. Then if I'm hosting webinars, I can do that with events. If I decide to start selling merch, I can do that with my store. This is what hosts all of Serifix Academy's courses, where you guys take your courses and then submit your assignments. So this is Business of Creativity course. That's 10K right here. This is where all the magic happens. If you want to start a blog, even if you're using the free version of Wix, you can actually have a blog that would help boost your ranking on Google, and then kind of put yourself as a thought leader in your space, in your industry. Then there's the customer management tools. So every customer, I don't think I'll be able to open that because of confidentiality, but every customer that you have, they have their own profile in your customer leads. You can also take forms. You don't need Google Forms anymore. You can do standalone forms in here, forms that your clients can even upload files. They can even sign, all type of stuff. Then if you want to do email marketing, you have 200 free emails every month, even on the free version, right? And then the analytics are very, very deep, in the sense that I can even see recordings of how people are moving on my site, session recordings. Yep. So I use that to analyze user experience of Serifix websites, and then make changes and upgrades when necessary. I can also track their behavior. What buttons are they clicking? How often are they clicking those buttons, all those type of stuff. So that's like a summary of the reasons why I use Wix Studio, because of those other functionalities, and you can actually have them without paying. So I'm going to open this is a new website. This is the current clients that we have. We're still building it, so they will subscribe when we are done building it. So their website is fresh. I've only installed the apps, that's the bookings, the online programs. You install that manually in their apps. They have an app market, but like there are a lot of apps there, a lot that you can install. So you can see I have access to all of them on this. This is invoices. Yeah, it's free. They don't tell you to upgrade. Unlike for proposals, they'll tell you that you have to upgrade to use it. So invoices, you can use it without paying. Then the blog as well. You can publish blogs without paying. Right. Nothing is stopping you from doing it. You can. So the last thing I have now is to show you guys the builder. While I'm opening that, let me get questions. Do you guys have questions? I don't even know how many of you are in this call, safe. Let me even see your faces. Hey, Andrew is here.
Hello.
So yeah.
My question
Hi.
is, it's starting to look like we're going to pay for this training after.
Hey, it's free. Oh, that's why it's for you guys in the community. It's not for everybody. It's for those of you guys that have been with us. Right. But yeah, you guys, no questions. Everything is clear, right?
Like seriously clear. For me, it's clear to me. Like I gained
Awesome.
a lot.
All right. There's even something else I didn't even mention. So Wix Studio has this thing called a content mode. So you know when you build websites for your clients and like they come back after 3 months, they did not pay for website management too. They now come back after 3 months and they're like, let me change something on the website. So what Service does is when we build websites for our clients with Wix Studio, we actually do a training. So you can see this thing called a client dashboard here. So we'll do a tutorial and staff training for all their staff. Even if it's just the founder, we shall train you on how to update the website without calling us. Yes.
Thank you.
We'll now put the recordings of those trainings in this place here. So if you go to Tribe Lagos now, this Tribe Lagos one. Oh, by the way, Tribe Lagos manages their entire restaurant on the dashboard of this thing, because there's also restaurant management. They have hotel management, they have for fitness, they have for restaurants, then they have for service businesses and product businesses. That's the category of their businesses. So you can see the videos here. So if they forget, they don't know how to update events. Because then again, it's a functional website. So if the event has passed, they're supposed to like update that and then add a new event upcoming, you know. Then if they have like walk-ins, they do like their table reservations, all of that. So the tutorials are here. So you don't have to call me, you know, except if they're willing to pay sharp. But Tribe Lagos, they usually call me, but I charge and they pay. But someone that does not have money, they come here. I have a client like that, Kieda Beauty. She's a solopreneur. So anytime she asks, she sent me a message yesterday. I told her that she should check the videos here, and she did it by herself. I didn't have to do anything. So this content
Wow.
mode, they can actually go into the dashboard. They will not be able to move elements, but they can change the text, change images, and change links.
Wow.
That's what they can. So it leaves me stress-free. So it's either you do that or you pay me to help you do it for you. So there are some other features as well. So like if you are building the website, you can create a test link and send to your clients, and then they can drop comments on the parts that they don't like of while you're building the website. They also have those features. So also because of the functionality of Wix Studio, I'm able to charge higher. So like now Serifix charges I think 1.7 or 1.3 for websites, functional websites. But
That's
if you
good.
insist that I want to
That's
do
good.
WordPress, then that's fine. Because we still do WordPress website, even if I hate it. I have someone else that does it. I don't do it myself. Our web developer on the team will do WordPress websites. But I hate WordPress. Mainly
Well,
because of
so how much will you not charge
the
for WordPress?
downtime. For WordPress, I think it's 900.
Mm. Okay.
900.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
900. Mainly
But
because
WordPress is now interesting though. Like seriously, but one thing I'm seeing advantage of Wix Studio over WordPress here. Like seriously. But one thing is Wix Studio is good for agencies. Like seriously. It's very good. It's so cordial. And
even
they
Victor Fatomi uses Webflow for his own.
yes, I know about Webflow
You know
too.
Webflow.
Yes, I know Webflow.
Webflow is similar to Wix Studio, just that they
To
don't
Wix,
have
yeah, exactly.
the dashboard and the functionality.
Exactly.
But the builder is similar.
You're correct.
Builder is similar. Yeah. The reason why no, let's not go into WordPress. It's because of time. Let's not do the arguments because now can take like hours. But WordPress has its own advantages. It's not as if it's bad. The issue I just have with it is the downtimes, and like for example, if Wix Studio does an upgrade, you will not even know that they did an upgrade. Like you will not know. I'm telling you, like they did an upgrade to the bookings platform. They've done upgrade to online programs. They'll just send you email that they updated it, and like nothing happens to
Hey,
your
when you
website.
put it as
Fine. And
auto enable update,
there's nothing
so
like
it will
that.
just
No,
update.
there's not.
Auto update.
They
They have
there's no
auto
auto
update
update.
features.
They don't have any update. There's no features. Their team, the Wix Studio team, they're just very, very. They care about their users. Let me just put it that way.
And
In the
can you
sense that they
imagine?
actually have teams that constantly work on Wix Studio's builder. See this feature. Can you see this button here? This is my business.
Yes.
It was not there last month. This particular my business was not there last month. I just opened the one day and I just saw that they've added it.
Wow.
I did not text anybody. Nobody told me anything. And then when there are technical issues, I don't fix it by myself. They fix it. So even if Tribe Lagos has an issue, maybe there's some technical issue or that comes up, which I think that's only happened once in the space of 1 year. They're the ones that fix it. Like I just message them there's this help thing here. You actually chat live with them. And it's not like Facebook where you be doing dancing up and down to be trying to be finding them. Is right there. When you click to contact professional service, you just answer a few questions and it connects you with an agent and they fix the problem. you have your ticket open. They can even be fixing a problem for like 2 months. You yourself, you won't forget it, and you just send email that it's fixed. That's how good their customer service is. Like, it is marvelous. So I cannot now WordPress. Before I find someone to help me, I don't know, I beg. It's just stressful. I have there's one client we have that is still his website is still on WordPress. One client, he has some Wix Studio website, but he still left that one on WordPress because it's an information website. He doesn't see the need to pay for Wix
Okay.
Studio. His website disappeared. Disappeared. We spent
Huh.
about 3 weeks trying to find where it was, and we're really praying that we don't lose the design because it was not saved it's not saved anywhere. There's no backup of it. Unlike Wix Studio, there is backup of your website. Even if you can't access it, the people at Wix Studio will find it for you. But WordPress, if it's gone, it's gone. We actually have to rebuild the entire thing. Like, that's how bad. So my experience with WordPress has not been great. But
Oh,
anyway,
sorry for
this is the
that.
builder, Sha.
But me, I've been enjoying it, Sha.
And there are
Sorry,
people that
sorry
enjoy
for
it.
that.
There are people that will enjoy it. I don't fault you guys, but I mean, like I said,
No,
if someone
Allah.
pays me to do WordPress website, I will collect the money and build it and give them. It's Kuma know me that is facing the downtimes. It's not my business. It's their own. So, but yeah, this is what the builder looks like. So you have your drag and drops on the left, and you have your properties panel on the right. So if you're a creative, you would be familiar with the setup. So
Yeah. Sure.
I'll be sending their YouTube tutorial, their YouTube academy rather, and I also send YouTube channels of other people that I learned from. Yeah, Wix Studio. So I'll send that on WhatsApp when we are done. So
Thank
that's
you.
the end
Thank
though.
you.
That's the end of my training for you guys. I hope it has been insightful.
Very, very insightful. Very, very insightful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Sheba.
You're welcome.
Hope you
Okay,
have
so I
a
have
bottle of water
two
over
things.
there.
My dinner is by my right. Like, I'm looking at
Oh
my
my
dinner, rice and
God.
beef.
Very good. So I don't have to panic about that. So just you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So the last thing I have to say is that we have a physical hangout coming up in December, and it is actually because at Serifix as a team, we usually have hangouts at the end of the year. Like, it's a
Okay.
normal thing. So we're now trying to see if we can open it up to the community since we are now getting more in number and we're getting to know ourselves. So if you're in Lagos, it's an opportunity for you to like come physically. We'll have conversations like we're having now. We'll be able to advise ourselves. You would also learn from other people on Cervix team. We have strategists on the team. So if your problem is business strategy or brand strategy as a freelancer, like, there's advice for you. Then most importantly, you're able to also connect with other creatives to collaborate. Then
That's good.
we're using the Nest Lounge. I think we did a poll and then the pick was the Nest Lounge at Yaba. So there'll be food. Then we also have if you're having access to the business of creativity training or any other. I think we have that and brand design training course. Those are the two that we have at the moment. And then private coaching with me if you want to learn like one-on-one for 1 month. So those are the things that benefits of the hangout, but there is a token. So obviously because
Of how
there's
much?
so if you are cool with 40K, you will get everything I just said. But if you have
Okay.
10K, if it's 10K that you have, you will get merch. You will still get access to the free coaching and the training. And then I think there'll be snacks. Still not sure about that one.
No, we want
There'll be
good
snacks
food.
for you. Yeah, so the two yeah, the two options is 40K and 10K for the ticket. So the ticket sales is going to be open till I think the end of November because the hangout is December 7th. December 7th.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
want to be sure that you guys are coming because that would also affect which side of the next lounge we will go to. So if you guys are coming, that means we would have our own room. And if not, then we'll just do our normal hangout like in the lounge upstairs. So yeah, we have from now till November, end of November to get your tickets. either 40K or 10K. I'll still send a link, or details which has to be sent later on, where you can make payment and all of that. So that's for the physical hangout. Right. Now,
You've not
if
talked about the address, please.
the next lounge is at Yaba, Lagos.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Let me type
Thank
it.
you.
Yes, recording is going to be available, Andrew. I'm just seeing your message. The next lounge is at Yaba. It's on Google Maps. Like, if you search it, you actually find it. It's very popular.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I mentioned the business of creativity training, right? Obviously, if you are getting a ticket to the hangout, you get access to it for free. But if you are not, the training is 10K, and I think that's when I said that I was going to talk to you about Tolu. That business training is, you're going to get access to last year's recording and this year's recording session. I don't think we're going to do a third edition. We're still like debating on that shot. So the
Yeah.
recording will be
Don't worry,
last
me, I will want to be there. I'll get my ticket.
I mean,
I'll get-
it really depends. The reason is because the turn up of the last two were not as much as we wanted. So we're kind of seeing whether we should merge it, because we also want to keep doing the physical hangouts every year. So we're like, okay, should we merge it with the physical hangouts, or should we do like a conference? Or so, like, there's a lot of back and forth still going on whether we'll have another edition. But the recordings of the previous ones are available, and it's 10K. I think Jim, yes, I saw you registered though, like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I don't know if it's still on the road. You can tell us how it's going. But essentially, like, it talks pretty much, we talked about all the aspects of business. Yeah. So from your business structure to operations, client relationship, client acquisition, sales, marketing, positioning yourself in front of the right clients. Then we also have like a bunch of templates, so contract templates to your clients, financial.
Okay.
Oh yes, we also talked on finances, finance management. Because I've not told you guys my story. Hey, okay, some of you guys would know. I didn't have money when I started, and I didn't have laptop. It was my dad's laptop I started with, then my friend's laptop. I think I got my laptop in last year. That's when I finally bought my laptop, and it's a very, very good
Wow.
one. A very good one. It's an ROG, ASUS ROG. So how I was able to start from zero, because there's a mindset you need to have with money, right? If you have a mindset that money works for you, you would not spend as much, and you are able to actually like increase your capital, right? So if your first client paid you 10K and you have spent the entire 10K, that's a problem. So I talked about finance management, how to keep track of your books. If you're an agency, the legal aspect of your registration, paying of taxes. I just touched on a little bit of those things. So yeah, it's a very extensive stuff, and it's just 10K. So that's like a good start. If you're having issues with like client acquisition, stuff like that, then again, I'm a call away. You can actually call me on WhatsApp. Like, I don't like saying I'm too nice, but like, I'm approachable, I think. I hope I am. Where you can
Thank
ask me
you.
questions on the group chat, and I'll send voice notes. Um, okay. Let us know how far you're going. Because Mohammed gave his testimony last hangout, and if I almost cried safe. He said he got a high paying client from the things that were taught in sales. And that made me very happy. That made me very happy. From he started being more active on social media. I think I touched on content creation or something like that in the training. So yeah, that would be a good start. And I think that's all from me to you guys today. I've cried.
Please, a round of applause for yourself. I'll give you a round of applause. Here. I'm giving you a round of applause. So clap for
Yeah.
yourself too. You did well.
Thanks.
Your presentation is very cool and comprehensive.
Thank you.
At least,
Thank you so much.
since you said you are still you are still available for us for
Mm-hmm.
private, for at least little enlightenment on WhatsApp. So
Mm-hmm.
at least we'll be able to, at least for me, I will be able to get in touch on
Yeah.
WhatsApp too. So and then I will be able to know more about the Hangout because I will be very interested in coming to the Hangout.
Yeah.
I'm very
Okay.
interested. That
All right.
business aspect
Mhm.
catch my mind because I have been telling myself I want to just rebrand myself and then as a freelancer.
Yeah.
So I've known that I'm a freelance graphic designer, so I must work all day to make things better. So that aspect is very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheba. It was a very insightful lecture.